I think another concept too with Camille is like, remember, and since you play Fiora, it's a little bit easier to understand, but it's like your R is a parry as well. You know what I mean?
I've used it to parry. Like if I face the Yasuo lane, his tornado's long enough where I can watch him doing it and ult it and avoid it. I think it just, I wasn't really fast enough for the Jarvan knockups.
Okay, we'll see that too though, because there's a couple times where like you Q1 and then you let him walk away. Like you should always be trying to get the Q2, and you can Q1 E the slow and then finish Q2 as well.
Yeah, the W guarantees it.
Oh, well, we don't have Q on this play. That's why. Okay. So we see that. We already E'd. Did we? I mean,
it's really bad timing.
The thing
we
is,
knew he was coming up.
Yeah. Even so, the thing is like you should probably. It's like the same thing with using parry on Fiora. It's like in this time frame, like from 240 from 240 to 3, we probably should just like not use any of our escapes, right? And just like wait it out for a second. So this is just like kind of a no-go zone. It was kind of, especially with J4, because J4 always wants to gank early. So like, I think from now on, when you're playing like Camille and Fiora, in this time frame, when you know that enemy started like opposite and they're gonna come up and gank you, I think you should wait for like those 15 seconds and just be aware, be cautious of those 15 seconds and be like, okay, I can't use this ability right now, right?
Yeah, it made me blow flash here and I still died.
Like Nidalee was there. Imagine, okay, so this is where this play would work out, right? Because it's like Nidalee was on the way. So if we would have held that, if we just play for that 240 to 3 minute range, if both junglers start down here, they're both working their way up. So you can like force a 2v2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just had to be a little bit slower with it. We end up bringing it back and doing well, so everything's all good. In this play, we just want to like, whatever. There was no ward for you to use, so I was just saying if he's like doing any camps, we didn't have any camps available. Or if this fight like breaks out and you're able to get there because you are Camille and you're so fast, that'd be cool to get there. But it's fine that we stay because this fight ends up going this way. But imagine if the fight like comes this way and you were already walking. So it's just like preemptively planning because there was nothing to do here. So like you walking down was good. And then like once the fight goes bottom river like this, you're like, okay, it's gonna take me too long. So then I walk back up, which is fine. But if the fight would have came into here and you were there first, huge, could be game changing, game winning. I liked it better when you played it slow like this and you were making sure that you're actually getting the minions. Another thing to really keep track of on Camille is trading on your passive cooldown.
Yeah, I used to, when I first picked her up, I'd trade on grass, but then I wouldn't win as much. So I'd trade on passive more. Like when I look to trade, I mostly try to trade only on passive because then you can't really lose the trade.
Yep. That's exactly what you want to do. I think
I missed the W.
Yeah, you missed, or I think you missed the... Did you hit empowered Q? No, you double Q'd. That's gonna be a big thing for you to work on too, is making sure that you're actually empowered Qing. The empowered Q is like all your damage, literally. All of it. That is Camille's damage.
Yeah, I know. That's why they made it so strong. True damage.
This is good. Wave state, by the way, this was good. So that you can actually get a recall and not be 0 HP. You miss 1 minion, and that's it. So that was perfect. Was I right about the 740 thing? He actually has a longer cooldown than I thought. What did I say, 745? So that would have been, you would have had 7 seconds after that, though. See, that's a good trade, though. This is how, like, Camille plays out, though, right? Because it's all burst damage. So it's like, we play for trades, but look how much, when we actually hit the 2Q there, even with all the healing he gets back, that's our burst right now. So it's like something to keep track of when you're playing Camille. It's like I can do about 500. I can do about 500, 600 damage in one combo, right? And I win that trade. So like keeping track of how much damage you're doing, actually keeping like the champion window, or like at least keeping track of, you know, how much HP was taken here, because that'll tell you when you can go in. So if I just did 500, 600 and I can do another trade like that in, you know, 15 seconds, I do that again. And then on the third one, that's when I look for the all in. And I slowly bring him down. Because you're hitting your combo before, you're getting all your combo damage out before he's able to get his damage out. Another thing, by the way, to think about when you're playing Camille is like matchups. Think about champions that have, so we get armor shield, but he does magic damage on his toss. Do you know what I mean? You lose HP here.
Yeah.
So like, I would say that if you're getting the counter pick and you're like thinking between Camille and Fiora, or Camille, Fiora, Jax, whatever, think about champions that have 2 different types of damage, because it'll make it a little bit more difficult as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I have to get hit by their magic ability before it gives me the shield for it too.
Yeah.
So It's already too late. I take the damage.
It's just little things like that, though. Like, I like the champ pool. I like Fiora, Camille, and Jax. I think it's a good champ pool. Because I do think Jax is more of a counter pick than anything. I think it's hard to play Jax just permanently. This is a bait. We don't fight it, which is good. Because, like, a lot of people would just ult that, and then they would lose. That's a good play to back away when he ults there. Now that he doesn't have it, we know that we can go for the kill. Even on that W, you probably could have gone for it there. But I think we waited until level 8, which is really good. Because like any type of advantage we can get in top lane is massive. So level ups are always indicators that we could probably go in for a trade or an all-in, because we're going to get that HP, we're going to get that little bit of everything really because of the level up. Like this is a right there, yeah, and I think you do go for it, so yep, perfect. We take the advantage, we use the advantage, we win. And that's a thing that you're probably not going to see people like.
I used my Q2 too early in that trade too.
Yeah, I mean you got the like, but that's how strong the level advantage is though, basically. But you'll notice that people, as you keep climbing, people are going to like go for those level 2, level 3 all-ins where they're like watching a minion. They might even be like trading with you on purpose while this minion is about to die because it's being targeted, right? And then they go in as the like caster shots are flying to it to give them the level up, and it's just like unexpected. So something to keep a lookout for, but something that you could actually like practice as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
in top lane, like top lane becomes like this thing. Like the more you.
It's the thing I used to do that on tournament a lot on the level 6 power spike.
Yeah. The more you climb, it's like the smaller the opportunities become to, or yeah. The smaller the opportunities are to actually go in for all-ins. So that's where you got to start getting creative. It's like you're looking for like stuff like that to give you that opportunity to get a kill. So right now we're in a really good spot. We're up by 400 gold. That's huge. And so in this situation, it's kind of whatever because we have a lead, so we don't really have to do anything. Let me see my notes because I started. Yep. This wave is kind of too big. Our W does help us trim waves pretty well too. We're really just waiting on power spike here with Divine. Divine is such a crazy power spike with Camille. See, I liked this more where you were like punishing him. Where you were like kind of slow and you were slow pushing it. So it was just harder for him to play. That was a little bit... I was wondering about this play actually. I want to see this again. I mean, we just kind of responded late. I mean, good job Nidalee was able to dodge like 2 axes. Just need to be aware that if he like walks away like that, we need to be watching the river so that we can respond faster to help Nidalee, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So just more awareness. Overall, we get the kill though, so it's fine, but if she doesn't dodge that initial axe, she dies though, because she dodges. If she doesn't dodge that, she's definitely dead. Now, we're literally 1,000 gold up, so we should just perma-win, which we do. We do lose some. We're gonna lose some ganks here soon, though. So yeah, we just
one more I double stunned. I should have lived that. I should have stayed down and went around. Ran away. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, and we see him early too. We see him here, so we know that we can start working it a bit. Like I do think maybe if you had ult, you could probably work some sort of 1v2, but you have flash, and you should. We kind of just walk into him and let him do that with. You know what I mean? And then even here, you hit a double stun, and you could just flash away. Double stun, flash out. Also, you're standing in a spot where you can flash over this. You can't flash from here and here, like on the edge here, but right here you can get over this wall. You can flash that. Yeah, once we get the double stun, I mean, honestly, the play needs to, like, you should already be thinking of a way that you're going to play that when you see him originally, because you see him here because of that control ward you had down. But you had a backup plan as well, how you got the double stun, and you could have walked away as well.
I need to think defensively on boots, too. I noticed every time I play Fiora, I always go CDR boots.
I just don't... I think CDR boots are fine. I just think that you really only want it when you're really ahead, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the thing is the way CDR works, it's just like, it's the way that it like scales down really hard. So like once you get to like 30-40%, it kind of just doesn't matter. Like I'll show you later too, because notice how you're at 48, and then when we get Ravenous, I'll show you what I mean. So it's 48, 32%. It just kind of becomes overkill if you're not just like snowballing. There's just no point. And like with this team comp here, this is a dive comp. It's like we got Nidalee, Tristana, and then we've got you. And then Vayne or Janna who can disengage. So it's like 3 people that want to get that kill onto the tower, do big damage, then get out. And Janna's gonna help you guys get out. So the tabbies not only help with Mundo, J4, and Sivir. It also helps with Azir because he does a little bit of AD too. And then it just helps with towers. This play, by the way, once again, like we just gotta be faster at like thinking of what we're gonna do. Like you see this guy, we could keep this guy off of Nidalee here. Like you could just eat this guy now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when you see him, like if we were thinking about it in like slow motion, right? We would have already been eating this guy. And then as he goes to drag, once you see the flag come down and you see the Q, you know it's going to drag, so you just ult him. And then it will keep him in place and he won't knock up Nidalee. So imagine if you had already E'd this guy, so he's already too much distance for him to get there, but you can also ult him and keep him in place. So we kind of let Nidalee down there. So then slow-mo, this is on your guys' vision.
And I couldn't get the ult because I'm too far away. So if I did it earlier, she lived.
Like J4 is inting here. You see him early too. This is your guys' vision, so you see him. And then as he's coming up, you have E available. You can eat this guy. Eat this guy right now.
Yeah, Nidalee was on it.
That makes sense. Look at that. That just goes right through him. But that's the second time. Second time we die when we see J4 early. Or I guess we don't die, but you get the point. Like 2 plays that could have been made when we see J4 early. But we're just not responding to seeing J4. I don't know what his hero's doing. This is just trolling. But usually with Camille, we kind of just ignore the tank and we just go for these guys because we can do more damage. So, which is good. So we ignore them and that's great. That's what we want to do. We don't want to fight the Mundo. We just want to kill the people that we know we can kill. So that's good. Do we have E? No. I mean, that's just enemy team ending.
There's another one I could have ult dodged right there.
Yeah, no, we just got to be faster against the J4, really. Because if you ult the J4, he can't do anything. Because that's his whole thing, right? Is that he wants to flag drag and knock them up, do burst damage to enemy. Also, this was kind of just like, I mean, I think you get away. Yeah, you do. You get away, but also just like awareness. Like, you know you're not going to kill him. It's better just to leave. It's like, you're not going to kill him. And you know Moon is going to be there in 4 seconds. Having awareness of like what's going on. We don't want to risk these, like, especially when you have 300 gold shutdown. Like, that's such a low reward play. It's like high risk, low reward. It's like, what's the point of you fighting that and risking giving up 700 gold to enemy for no reason? You know what I mean? It's just not worth it to even fight him. You gotta be aware of your bounties and how much you're actually worth, because that's really important. Because if you give up like an 1,000 gold shutdown to Sivir or something, she could turn the game around and hard carry. Or so many champions can do that with 1,000 gold, and that's like more and more important as you climb too, because it's like players are better. Even if somebody's playing bad, whatever. If somebody's in masters, they're in masters for a reason, for the most part, 95% of the time. But you get the point. So if somebody gets that gold, oh, this is the play I wanted to see. Hold on. So, look where your team is, though. Like, they want to get into this fight. You can stall it out pretty hard just by ulting. Like, if we could pick a target early, like, you could even have E'd like that to the wall and then went back in. Because your ult is going to push everybody away. That's something to think about, too, that your ult is, like, small CC to all of them. Jesus. That damage is insane. Oh, which brings me to this. So you were at what, 38%? Was it 38?
38 what? Oh, I think it was 32.
32?
So another 10%. I think without boots I'd be at what, 30% if I was tabbies?
48 is 32. 73, 42, 48, 32. So yeah, it's like you get 30 ability haste and only get 10%. Like the goal is just to get 40%. When you get 40%, you're chilling. You know what I mean? So it's like you're going to get ability haste in every item you buy. So I would really only take that if you're planning on ending the game. Like if you're so ahead that you plan on ending the game before you get the 4th item.
Yeah.
This play does end up working out though, but
I bet if I played my engage better and ulted there, Tristana would have lived because she went in as soon as she saw the TP.
Yeah,
so if
yeah.
I like went in and stunned like a PARRY target, I probably could have won that with her alive.
It's just something to think about that your ult just kicks everybody away though. But it's like you could have taken somebody on the backline and just pushed everybody away. He actually did a lot of damage there. But like, if we're keeping track of what happened there, they just used all their ults. You know what I mean? Imagine you just come in and just ult Azir here. You know what I mean? Like right when you land, you just ult Azir, push all these guys this way. Free kill. And then you guys can do the dash and chase after that.
If I ult Azir, I'm right next to Tristana.
Mm-hmm. That's just more of that like map awareness stuff too. And a little bit of champion awareness as well. Because your ult's wild that it pushes people away. You know what I mean? So you just have free access to whatever carry you want to go on. This, greedy. There's just no point. It doesn't make...
Should we have just taken the tower and left, or...
No, you can take it. You can take it in the head, but you just go for trade for no reason. Like what? Like you have a 550 gold shutdown, and you use your E for no reason here. What is he gonna do to you? He's not gonna kill you. He doesn't have any damage. So we should just get this and go away. Because it's like 36. Look at this. 36, 47, right? And then they get, well, your team is getting whatever tower, but you get the point. They just got 2k gold from you. Now imagine they use that advantage and then go get a 1.5 from this. Like we're letting them come back into the game for no reason. It's just super greedy to even like try to fight this. Especially like look at your vision. This is what you see. Nobody. Where do you?
That's right there. A better team would have taken Baron off that.
Oh yeah, and look how there's 5 of them alive. And you see nothing on your vision, nothing. Where do you think these other 4 players are? I'm assuming the other 4 players are probably coming to stop the 2 people that are in their base, right?
Yeah.
That would be my thought process. Especially this guy that's got 550 gold shutdown plus 300 for the kill, 850. You know what I mean?
I shouldn't have did that play, and after thinking about it, I should be buying Guardian Angel just because protect my shutdown, give me some defense.
Yeah, Camille's one of those champs that can build GA early, and it's actually good.
Because I started building stair skates here, I probably would have been real close to GA.
This is like a lot of wasted time too. Like this fight's already over, you have 3 dead, so you should already be thinking about what's like the next play. It's either you're calling your team to get Baron or you're going top wave. Because you don't have teleport to go in there. But you kind of like stood here and then you walked around this and then went back. Well, the game's over regardless, but still, you just don't want to waste time. Don't want to waste time. We want to get right to doing something. We should have a plan on what we're going to do. It's like if we win this fight, then I'm calling for Baron. You know what I mean? Sorry that it was such a short one. It was just that game was really short. I mean, we got over the hour, which is nice at least, but just wanted it to be more personalized, so I feel bad. But I do think that, you know, I would take her into a practice tool and try some things, though, and just really get that down. Because you can hard carry with that champ. Hard carry. But I hope that you get plat. If you get plat, make sure to let me know. And put in the achievements in Discord and everything like that, alright?
I will.
Alright, I'm going to get to work. Good sesh. Session number 3, you've climbed every time. So session number 4, I expect you to be like plat 4. Or plat 3, plat 2, something like that. For the next one.
We're going to be diamond by then, baby.
Alright, that's a far... Alright. That's plat and emerald. I don't know about that, but let's get plat first.
Gotta reach for the stars.
Let's get plat first. Let's win this next game, alright? I believe.
Alright.
Alright, brother. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Alright.
Alright.
Easy.
Bye-bye.